Welcome back in, everyone, to another day at the Paladin's Keep. We are back in Zanarkand with Final Fantasy X. Super excited. We're going to be getting, hopefully, a lot of levels here. This is a really good area to fight people, kind of in the stage of the game that we're at. I've got behemoths, which is a good example. Yeet. Nice. Big old chunk. And he's already standing. That's crazy. Punch. Okay, we want to do... for sure, power break. Cut down his ability to kill us. We're going to go ahead and put bio on you. He is going to get a fat hit in. You're going to get swapped out for Yuna. We're going to use Cura on Orin. Going for another hit. And you're going to go in for another hit. I didn't. No, he died. Nice.
Let's go.
Okay, I don't have any level 3s or 4s. So we're good to head on back. And we got to go around this way so that we can get to Flare. Probably put Lulu back in. Okay. Let's swap Tidus out for Waka, because I know for a fact he's going to hit this dude. Yeet. Charging, no problem. We want to do armor break, because you are armored. Yeet. Let's go ahead and hit you with a nice Blizzaga. And then we'll get Tidus in. And dead. I want to get to the point where we could overkill these guys, but obviously the overkill is going to be primarily based on whether or not we can hit off our... Ah, yes. I'm just going to sit still and not move for a second because the screen's off of Tidus, so I don't want to be walking all over the place.
Like the far plane. Close enough.
The whole city's been destroyed. So yeah, it absolutely looks like the far plane. Place is a wreck. Power break. Nice. That was a good damage. Let's hit you with a bio. Punch. Let's get Tidus out for Riku. Mug. Nice ether. You're mine. Let's get Kamari in for a smack. And then we'll get Waka in
How many sticks you think we can get out
for
of
a
these?
dark attack. Okay, he's immune to dark. Feel like I caught that once and dead. The only person I couldn't get on that row was Yuna. No worries. we'll go Power Break. Bio. Yeet. You can't do much, so we'll get unit in. Give you a spank. Not Una. Okay, that'll work. Boop. Dang, he hits. He hits. Oh, we're at the end of his sphere grid. Oh, dang. Yeah, because it's Sentinel and Tra. Okay, so Ornn is pretty much done. And Tidus almost has as much health as him. We're surpassing you, tanky boy. The spiritual Targe. Ooh. So spiritual. Can I was gonna say, can I just fight something that's not you? We'll go cheer. Swap you out for Riku. Mug ya. And then Armor Break actually allows us to deal good damage. Use Focus because he uses magic. Swap you out for Tidus. Get a smooch. Let's get Waka in here. Nice hit. Ooh. Let's get Kamari in. Flare. That's new. Let's get Yuna in. Heal Kamari. And boom.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Everyone got a turn? If you are going to level up people, it's very important that you try to get as many people in these bigger fights as possible, because that's how you make sure that you can at least level them up if you're not going to spend individual fights with just them. Oh, long time no see, pal. Mental break. Firaga. Yeet. And then we'll get Riku in. Good old mug. Smack him. Let's get Waka in. Good old ball to the face.
Farewell.
Ooh. Oh, that crit.
That's how it's done.
Ugh. Yucky. And he's a little bit farther. Normally I'm able to get him up to quick hit before we fight Seymour Flux, but we fought Seymour Flux, so we're past that. Now, fortunately, a lot of where I really like to level up is inside this Xanarkin Dome. Because the enemies there are strong enough that you still get like a decent level of experience, but also you can overkill them a lot more, in my opinion.
Journeyer of the long road, name yourself.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. Very good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yunalesca will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. He's a ghost. He's a dead boy.
If it might benefit the future of Spira, I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken.
Yep, there's Lady Yoken, one of the great summoners, high summoners, who's defeated Sin.
What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she?
Correct.
Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
Why are they zooming in on Lulu like that? My God.
Fireflies. It's like one gigantic spear. People's thoughts remain here forever.
Yeah, so all of the high summoners, for the most part, are going to have some memories here because the basis for the final summoning is it requires the sacrifice of a guardian. It requires a life, so... Let's go, Xanarkin. Absolutely. Welcome on in. I wasn't paying attention. I still got it. Okay, good. Hope you're doing well. As always, thank you for stopping by. Boop. Boop. Why didn't I hit the guy in the back? Hello? Guy in the back? You didn't hit him. This is lame. We'll try Waturga. Man, 5,000 points. 5,000 points damage doesn't get overkill for you. We are screwed. Oh, do I have a fortune sphere? I do. Woo-hoo! Oh, and then Lulu steals a point. Okay. We go... Nope. No. No. Yes. Okay, we gotta go up and back around. Preemptive. Oh, they got zombie. They're zombied. I wonder what doing a nice hot Firaga would do to a zombie. I fireball zombies in D&D, so it's kind of the same, right? It's gotta be. Gun. Ah, loser. Got him.
That's how it's done.
You tell him, Warren. Say you with the Waturga, bruh. Dang, these guys, big chonky. $5,000? Overkill. We take crits. We take crits for days up in here. Okay? Crits are allowed. Full-on critical hits are 100% allowed. If you don't do it, go away. That's what we'll tell Titus. Those guys aren't really accurate, so I wonder... Because that's like the... Yeah, I've been shot 3 times now by the big, like, artillery guys. Only 2 have hit. Not the worst, but... Okay, please don't kick anyone out. Bob. Are these guns or flamethrowers? They're flamethrowers. Crap. We love fighting zombies. Nice. Dang. Well, I have another use of my overdrive, so at the very least I can do that. We'll never say no to more health, as always. But now we have Entrust. Oh, Lulu's got one. Just gonna deal more magic damage. I won't say no. He's almost at 5,000, Orin is. That's crazy. And closer to those big boy numbers. I really want Blitz Ace. If I could get it, that'd just be great. It could just appear. Blitz Ace. Just right here. That would be dope. Just a good old Blitz Ace. Hey, Alexa Marie Shy, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome in. Good morning. How's Final Fantasy X going? It's going great. We just got to Xanderkind, so I'm just chugging along. Can't really complain. But it's going pretty good. How's your day going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I remember this next memory is for Seymour, if I'm right. Bop, bop. They keep trying to make us like Seymour, but he sucks. He annoys me. It's going well. Thanks. Just woke up a little while ago. Got those nice. Is that like a late start for you? I guess time zones, it could be different. It's it would be kind of a later time where I'm at currently, so sleeping in on the weekends is always fun, but if it's just a normal time, it's going to be 11, 8. Yeah, late start. Okay, no problem. I was not paying attention to who I was using, and that's how that happened. I was not paying attention. I'll just be honest. Oh yeah, I could easily crit. He's got 60 health. No, get out of here. Oops. No, not your fault. Not your fault at all. That is my poor attention span. Late starts on the weekends are always good, so I love sleeping in for sure. I didn't sleep in too much. I mean, I slept in maybe a few hours later than I normally do on like my weekdays, but that's mostly because of work. But then I got up earlier than I wanted to because I went and got coffee for my wife and I. And the coffee store, because we had a gift card, but the store that gift card was for was closed for today for some reason. And I was like, alright, cool, but I still gotta get my wife coffee, so I shimmied on over to another coffee shop, and it just took me a little while.
No! Mother, no! I don't want you to become a babe! There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you. I don't care about them! I need you, Mother! No one else!
God, they make us want to love Seymour, and I don't. I don't at all.
Wasn't that
Seymour?
So, basically what that whole scene depicts, because it is an effort for us to kind of get to understand more about Seymour and like why he is a bad guy, and it makes sense. I do think it's a very compelling display. But if you remember, Seymour has an Aeon that is almost exclusive to him, and that's Anima. And Anima is the faith of his mother. So he sacrificed his mom to obtain Anima in hopes of defeating sin. Obviously, that didn't happen. So I would imagine, in Seymour's opinion, it's like, well, my mom's life was spent in vain for people that will never appreciate her sacrifice. That's why he hates everyone. That's what I think. And I think that's a very compelling argument for why Seymour is understandable. But I hate him, so I don't care. I do not care how compelling he is. He's annoying, and I don't like him. Went and got the wife and I steak and cheese bagels since they made their triumphant return at Macca's. Ooh. Oh. Steak and cheese bagels. That does sound, not gonna lie, pretty freaking dope. I got my wife a sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich. Yeet. Talk to Aussies too much. Oh, yeah, Macca's. You gotta love Macca's. Yeah, there's a Australian comedian that I watch. He does a lot of, like, reactionary YouTube content, and his name's Isaac Butterfield. He's definitely, like, a niche comedian, and he talks about McDonald's quite a bit. He's Australian, and will say Macca's. And it's hilarious. Mental break works well. No. How about that? And punch. Yeet. Let's get Riku in. And we're going to hit you with a sick mug. We're going to spank you a little. We're going to spank you some more. And then we're going to get Waka in so that I don't absolutely demolish you. Yeet. And then we're going to get Kamari in so that I don't accidentally demolish you. Yeet. Yeet. Yeah, hit Waka. We're going to guard because I don't want you to kill him. And I don't know where he's at with health. We're going to throw in Titus so that I can at least see his health. Oh, we can hit him here. Then we're going to put in Yuna. I'm just going to heal Orin. Oh, this is a risky business. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. Oh, God. I really want to overkill this guy, but I don't know if Titus is going to be sufficient to do it. But we can give it a shot. I don't know if Energy Rain is going to deal enough damage or if Slice and Dice will deal the damage in the Conglomerate. We're going to risk it for the Biscuit. We're going to go Slice and Dice. We'll just see. Oh, potentially. I was good. That was a fair call. Now we know. If we can get him down to 700 HP, we hit him with that sick Slice and Dice. Look at that. Look at that. That's a victory in my book. I'd consider that a dub any day of the week. Put you back here. Slice and Dice is actually better against high-def defense targets than Blitz Ace. That's fair. That's fair. Blitz Ace just looks cooler. And that is not cap. But you... Why did I never get that guy? God, the laziness of me. I'm missing everything. HP for Waka. We will never say no. We got more magic ink. Oh, that's magic defense. See, that's how you can tell the difference, because it's not the triangle, it's the shape around the triangle. If it's a circle, it's magic damage. If it's a weird shield thing, well, that's not a weird shield. It actually just looks like a kind of like a knight shield, minus the tippy point. It's defense. Get Lulu back in here. Oh man, how do I want to do this? Because I want to level up. Like, that's what I want to do. So we're going to fight here. This will give us a wide range of options, and we're at by a save spot, so we don't have to worry about healing. We can just hit that save boy and call it a day. And we can filter out pretty much anyone we want to. They're not doing us work, or we're done leveling them up for a while. Swap them out and not really stress about resetting formations because we're not plugging through the map. All the good stuff. Pop. Currently trying to beat the penance. Oh, you're fighting penance. Dang. Yikes. That's a... Yo. Who said you guys could team up on Lulu like that? That was not cool. Oh, why am I doing that? He's got life. I gave him this ability on purpose. So that I can be like, okay, Tidus can now revive people because he's in all of my fights. If I don't have Yuna, or what happens if Yuna drops. The 8 Phoenix Downs I just got would definitely fulfill the bill. So I guess now my argument has been defeated. I have now been marked. And I will live with that. White Magic, Hastega. Fast boy, fast boy, fast boy. Fast boy, fast boys. Ooh, nobody knows. Welcome in. We got a Stoic Meditation. That is awesome. We have a Hydrate. I know what's coming next. If I'm correct, I believe I know what's coming next. Just have enough for the 2. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for always popping in and doing the redemptions. I really appreciate the usage. Let's start with the Hydrate. I have coffee, and that's going to be my hydration for today. So good. Alright, a Stoic Meditation. While I'm killing a nice monster. Oh, man. I'm just going to read this one. This isn't the one we're doing, but it's Meditation Book number Roman numeral 7. Meditation Book 7. And it's Meditation 12. Be thou erect, or be made erect. I feel like that has something to do with stature. You know, if you ever remember iCarly, when Freddy says, my mom always taught me that if my back's not erect, I won't get respect, or something like that. So I think that's what it's about. But it's just funny that that's the first thing I open up. Oh, and then there's a question. How are you, Paladin? How are you today? I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. I got coffee. I did a early morning coffee run for my wife and I. Another sippy of the coffee. This one's a good one. This one's kind of a long one, so we're going to have to bear some patience. So it's the same book. So Marcus Aurelius, Book of Meditations, highly recommend it for anyone. It gives you really good options of things to sift through. The process of meditation that no one really understands fully is it's the idea of pondering over concepts, virtues, ideas, and really wrestling with them in a way of like trying to learn the fullness of what's being said. So Marcus Aurelius in ancient Rome, when he was the emperor, wrote down in his journal basically all the things that he was struggling with and all the things he was thinking about, and we get the joy of learning from them today. So this is Meditations, Book 7, Meditation 5. So he goes, is my understanding sufficient for this or not? If it is sufficient, I use it for the work as an instrument given by the universal nature. But if it is not sufficient, then either I retire from the work and give way to him who is able to do it better, unless there be some reason why I ought not to do so, or I do it as well as I can, taking to help me the man who, with the aid of my ruling principle, can do what is now fit and useful for the general good. For whatsoever either by myself or with another I can do, ought to be directed to this only, to that which is useful and well suited to society. So remember, he's an emperor. He is the Roman emperor at the time of writing this. And so I think this is one of his biggest ways of wrestling with, like, am I capable of doing this? Can I truly be the emperor of Rome? Am I going to lead Rome well? And so he proposes the question, is my understanding sufficient for this or not? And he provides himself 2 answers. They're logical answers. If it is sufficient, and I use it for the work as an instrument given by the universal nature. So if it's sufficient, then I do it. If I'm capable of being the emperor, then I be the emperor. Problem solved, right? Point A to point B. It's interesting that he creates 2 follow-up points to, well, what if I'm not sufficient? What if I'm not capable of being the emperor? Then you either A, you take a step back and you let the person who is capable of being the emperor be the emperor, right? So you think about modern leadership, a true leader knows when they're capable of leading. And I think, especially in America today, we do have a lot of leaders or people in leadership positions who are well past, in my opinion, the age of leadership. And I think they need to take the step back and say, I've lived my life. I'm not at an age that is reasonable to be leading one of the biggest countries in the world. I should take a step back, logically, right? Following Marcus Aurelius, I should take the step back and let someone else step up who is capable of doing so. Unless there's another reason why he can't do it, right? Unless there's like a specific reason or why he has to do it. So if he's too old, if he just can't lead, but he's the only military general and Rome's at war, well, he might need to be emperor. Okay, so like there's circumstances, and he makes room for that. His other option was, so he says, or, right? Or I do it as well as I can. So he gives himself some grace. I can't truly be a good emperor. I'm going to be the best emperor I can be. And for everything that wraps up in, for whatever he does, either by himself or with another, it needs to be for the benefit of society. So I think that has to really do with leadership and the concept of being a leader. Because a lot of times we see the beauty of leadership be perverted as a self-serving mechanism. And we all know we've had those bosses who like only care about themselves. We've all had people who the minute they become like maybe a manager at work or they assume some level of power, it kind of all gets to their head. And those are not the true nature of leadership. That is the perversion of the true nature of leadership. And the beauty of leadership is selfless serving. So you're thinking of the people that you're leading, and you need to be doing the things for the betterment of them, not yourself. It is going to come at a cost to yourself. You are going to be sacrificial in that nature. You are going to be serving. You are going to be taken care of. There's a chance you're not going to be taken care of as much as you are taking care of others, right? The beauty of leadership is in people that are capable of taking a step back with their personal lives in order to provide, whether it be maybe financially for people around them, whether it be emotionally to make sure people are always taken care of, whether it be educationally, so they're equipping people with the skills, the knowledge, the tools to be successful, whether it's accountability, so they're calling people out. You're in my opinion, really good leaders are going to be giving a lot more than they're getting in return, and the focus is always on the other people. And I think that's a really good lesson to learn from someone who's running the greatest ancient historical empire, arguably. You could argue that Egypt was pretty great, because Egypt definitely in ancient history had a lot of strength. You can argue Babylon, ancient Babylon. Ancient Greece also was pretty good. Ancient Persia. A lot of really good ancient civilizations. But one of the things that marks the fall of an empire, if you think about it, one of the things that marks the fall of a civilization is poor leadership. In fact, unequipped, insufficient leaders will absolutely devastate a country more than any war. Outside of like extreme extermination, but we haven't seen, in my lifetime, we haven't seen a war where it's fighting down to the last man. So, attempt one, fail. Oh, to fight penance? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, that was good. That was a good meditation. And it's hard too. One of the things that I like is that it takes a lot, I think personally as a man, to know that you are not capable of doing something and to be honest with yourself and to be honest with others. I think a lot of men, because men in by nature, we are doers. We want to do things, and the way that we wish to be known is by the things that we do. So our accomplishments speak volumes to the world in from our personal perspectives versus at sometimes our appearance, our maybe our character. A lot of people are very results driven as men. They're very performance driven. And so they want to do good things, and then they want to be known for doing those good things and doing them well. So I think it really hits right in the center of like the male nature to say, you know what, I can't do this well, or I can't do this at all. And then to honestly recognize that takes so much humility to then take a step back and not try to go challenge accepted, right? Because if you are fully incapable of being a leader, you could reasonably, you could do more harm than good by challenge accepted and just going for it. Like, one of the things for me personally, and this is just going to be a little bit of just honesty with myself, is one of the biggest differences between, like, my wife and I, for example, is that she's the more empathetic of the two of us. So I can tend to be a little bit more blunt. I can be a little bit more straightforward. I'll call you out on stuff a little bit easier, and I don't sugarcoat things as well. What I'm trying to work on is more on the lines of, like, timing and being in the right conditions to be brutally honest, because I think one of the downfalls of being brutally honest is sometimes you don't find the right timing. So you'll just be blunt when it's inconvenient and it hurts people. So I have to recognize that. But I recognize that out of the two of us, I'm the least empathetic, because there's certain circumstances like you put yourself there. I feel for you, man, but you put yourself there. That's the way that I think. And so for me, if a position required a little bit more empathy in my family, I would have to, knowing this, I should reasonably take a step back and say, this is something where my wife is stronger than the two of us. So we would push her forward and say, we need someone that is more empathetic in this circumstance. Please take charge, right? That would be the process of taking the step back, because I'm insufficient, and allowing someone who is more sufficient to do the job. Nobody knows. Wars in our day and age is probably catastrophic for the world because of nuclear weaponry. That is very, very accurate. I think that is what puts the pause on large-scale world war. There's that hesitation, because once that line's crossed, there's no going back. And it's like, it's not that there's no going back for the people that you are inflicting the damage on. There's no going back for everyone. The entire world will be absolutely irreparably changed if that line is ever crossed. Mutually assured destruction is what has kept us out of nuclear warfare thus far. As soon as that balance tips somehow, game over. Yeah, but even then, it's like, there's so many countries now, ever since the dropping of the first atom bomb, that have nuclear weaponry. So it's like, if you believe that you can nuke one country and no one else is going to say something or do something, but like once someone uses nuclear weaponry, there's no playing nice. You can't, like, in my opinion, I just don't see another alternative. Someone who cares so little about, because it's extermination, really. And then it's also natural extermination. So you're going to be destroying the entire land space as well. If you don't care about either of these two, I just don't reasonably see it that another country should care about either of those for you. And that's the mutually assured destruction. It's like, okay, you bomb one country, and then the second country goes, well, we have to deal with this threat, so we're just going to bomb them. I was like, yeah, there's no like, hey, maybe you should stop bombing people. I just don't see that to be the reality. I just don't think that's how it'll work. So once that line's crossed, there's no going back. The world as it's known will be irreparably changed, and I think that's what puts the pause on it. But in the ancient days, it was different because, I mean, one, they did still implement exterminations. Don't get me wrong. There were wars that were fought down to the last man, woman, and child, and most of them were probably like tribal wars. You're dealing with, you know, smaller segments of a larger civilization with tribes. I mean, we're thinking maybe in ancient Asia, probably like in the area around China, India. Definitely ancient Africa for sure. Definitely going to be some of that also in ancient Mesoamerica. So in not South America, but kind of. So like the northernmost area of South America and the southernmost area of North America. Basically Mexico to like Brazil. That whole region from top to bottom, I think, was ancient Mesoamerica. Where a lot of like the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Incans were there before the Spanish came in. And now we have the Brazilians and Mexicans and all the different Latin American, Colombians, all the different Latin American civilizations and cultures and countries now as a result of that. Thank you so much for the clip. As always, nobody, I really appreciate it. I've been posting those clips to my Discord, which has been fun, but I really appreciate the clips. Okay, we know that we can get the overkill on this guy with a 6 slice and dice, so that's what we're going to do. But first, we have to armor break this dude. We're going to go ahead and use a sick Firaga, and then we're going to dip Lulu out, because there's going to be no need to have her. Smack. Yeet. Okay, let's get you out, and let's put Riku in, because why not? Mug. Nice. Let's get Kamari in. For the example, the Mongol Empire was no joke. Probably took out a lot of cultures. Yeah, and there were cultures that were absolutely vicious. On my personal Instagram for Women's History Month, because it is currently Women's History Month, I decided to do something that is massively different than literally every single person that I've been seeing do on their social media, which they can do. They're right. They can do whatever they wish with their social media. That's fine. But everyone's focusing on the present with Women's History Month. Everyone's focusing on the current women. So I went all throughout history. I was like, you know what? We're going to do Women's History Month. We're going to do women's history. We're going to talk about very big historical figures in women's history. Women's History Month is a declared month here in America. I can't remember what year it was declared, but one of our presidents in the past declared it. I think in the 1900s. But I was like, all right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna learn how women influenced the world. Fun fact. I learned this, and I actually wrote it down. Where's my note page? Oh, there it is. There's a sister for Alexander the Great, Cynene of Macedonia, that is Alexander the Great's half-sister, and she was raised in a culture that was militaristic. They were warrior women, and she was a absolute beast. She killed a lot of people. But she was also in Alexander the Great's conquest of Greece at the time. So she was a general for him during that time frame. There are definitely people, and I would imagine that even her, to some extent, like I did a segment on Joan of Arc, who I didn't realize at the age of 19 was fighting wars in France, which is crazy to think of. I know people who are the age of 19 that struggled to get out of bed. I can't imagine someone grabbing a sword and fighting. There's a lot of really good ones that we did. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13. We've done 13 women historically so far. We're currently focusing on women in American politics, so like we did Jeanette Rankin, who was the first woman in American history to serve on the Senate. She was in that, well, not the Senate, she was in the House of Representatives, but she was in Congress. Fun fact, when the 19th Amendment was voted into place, since we're only doing level up, by the way, there's really not a lot of like exposition I can give on the game. We're just killing creatures. We're just leveling up because we got the big lady Unaleska fight, and I just want to level up. So that's why this is possible. But when the 19th Amendment was voted into place, which here in America gave women the legal right to vote, Jeanette Rankin was the only woman who had the right to vote on that amendment. She was the only woman at the time because she was the first to be in the House of Representatives, and that was at the time that the 19th Amendment got passed. So that's crazy to think of, that there was, by the time the 19th Amendment was coming around, that was actually something that was available. We did Nellie Taylor Ross. That was the first governor. And then we have the first mayor and the first senator that we're going to do. So the first actual, like, congresswoman in the Senate. When I was 19, I would be terrified to do so. I'd be terrified now as well. Yeah, there's another one. So Nakano Takeko, I highly recommend looking her up. She is one of the last recorded samurai in Japanese history. During a civil war that Japan was having at the time, she led a group of warrior women known as the Joshitai, and they were basically all female samurais. She had been trained up until this age. She was 21 years old, and she would die at 21 years old. She trained with the use of the naginata, which is a Japanese polearm. And she trained her sister, who was 16, to use that same weapon. And she fought alongside her mother, who was 40, to use that same weapon. I can't imagine. I just can't. I can't feasibly imagine being 21 years old with a polearm, charging a bridge of men with muskets and killing people. The Dungeons and Dragons in me, because I'm a huge D&D nerd, like, the Dungeons and Dragons buff in me says that is awesome. Like, that is a story. That is a legend being told in the process. The reality of it is that must have been terribly frightening. But she did it. Unfortunately, she died that same day, but she is still remembered she was immortalized in statue, which is cool. Are we getting close to any, like, major upgrade? I mean, yeah, with Yuna, we're getting close to one. We got, what is this? Kiraga? Regen? Nice, Kiraga. Oh, we still have Riku. Okay. Riku, if you want to get more health, that'd be cool. Like, I wouldn't be upset about it. That would be dope. Locate, close with, and destroy the enemy by fire and maneuver or repel the enemy assault. Huh? Is this... We're doing war tactics? Oh, Qing Shi is pretty pog. Oh, that's another... I'm gonna have to look in Qing Shi. I just saw that. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Qing, sorry. Shi. I'm going to do just a quick cursory look, just so I can make sure I know what it is that I'm getting myself into. Qing Shi Zhengyi Sao. Also known as Shi Yang or Shi Zhonggu. Zhonggu? I don't... Chinese pronunciations are very difficult for me. Chinese pirate leader. Wow. Okay. That's... Yeah, we're studying that. We're definitely doing that. Okay. Okay, Women's History Month is going to end, and then I'm still going to at least do just a small expose on that, because that sounds dope. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That was a great pick. Thank you so much for introducing that wonderful character into my life. My father is going to really like that, because my dad is a huge pirate buff, and he's been kind of bored with all of my, like, I did philosophers. We did philosophers, warriors. And you don't have to be, like, a physical fighter. I did, like, people who were spies. I would still consider them people that are fighting for their country. So we did warriors, philosophers. Then we did empresses and queens. And now we're in American politicians. And the month is pretty much almost over. We have 2 left for politicians. And then if I have time, I guess I can hit pirate just to say, I saved the best for last, but I mean, that's not technically true. Mission of the Marine Corps Rifle Squad. Surprised I remember it after all these years. Oh, I forgot. I believe, if I'm correct, that you served in our military. Was it specifically the Marine Corps? Yes, man, that's awesome. I remembered because I know you, and then also one of the other streamers, Jesse X80, I think that's the full name. Also, he was also ex-military as well. Which, by the way, first and foremost, thank you so much for your service. I can't say it enough. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it 1,000 times. I appreciate the service. I respect it, and I'm immeasurably grateful for the service. Thank you. But that's cool that you remembered that. Locate, close with, and destroy the enemy by fire, and maneuver or repel the enemy assault. Wow. Jesse was smart and did Air Force, though. Oh, man. Is that the strat? Just do Air Force and call it good? Oh, we got a lot of X potions. So we're just gonna... whoop! I'm not paying attention at all to... Thank you for your service. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. Smack daddy. Get Ritu in here. Call the chair force for a reason. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, we should be able to get the slice and dice on this guy. There we go. We should be able to get the overkill here because he's officially dead. No. You know, one of the hits that happened on the first overkill we did was, I think, a crit because it dealt 3,000 points of damage. On this one, all of them dealt roughly around 1,500. I wonder if that's it. So it's still not technically base damage enough. That's kind of poopy, not gonna lie. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Now I can't claim broken game. Because the game's not broken. I'm broken. Imagine just killing robots and zombie dudes all day long. Hey, Stega. Give me the haste. Second attempt failed. No! Not the penance. Yeet! Good old Firaga. No problem. The gist on Qingxi is she stole so much they gave her crew government positions. A lot more cool stuff in her story, though. That is dope. I like that. That's a Dungeons and Dragons story in the making. I might have to steal that. My wife and I, well, really shouldn't word it that way. My wife has been watching the Hunger Games movies. And I think she just wrapped them up yesterday. But she was watching Mockingjay Part 2, I think. And there's a trap that occurs, because, not to try to spoil the specifics of the movie, but the group that the movie's focusing on at the time, which does include Katniss, are stuck in this district that kind of closes on them. And then it pours tar into the district. Well, as they're running away, some dude, I think, steps on like a landmine, but it's not a mine. I'm just calling it a landmine, but it activates a trap, and these wires grab this dude across all of his limbs and spin him really fast as it pulls him up and stretches him apart. And I think it kills him by breaking a lot of bones, in my opinion, but it kills him quick. And I just watched that happen, and I went, I am using that. I'm taking that. That's going to happen in one of my Dungeons & Dragons games. I'm using that. No one fully understands, I think, other than people who play Dungeons & Dragons, that everything that you watch, it's like the D&D version of Rule 34. Rule 34 is you can make the adult content out of anything on the internet, but think of like the D&D version of that. You can make D&D content out of anything that you see. Anything. Anything that exists. Read the books, way more brutal there. Yeah, I did read the books, but it was so long ago that I honestly don't remember them. And I know my wife wants to get the books, because we don't own them, to get the books and to read through them. Which I said full send. I'm all for it. I read the Game of Thrones novels. Those are pretty brutal.
Time to waste. Let's go.
The Witcher has been really fun. I've actually really been enjoying The Witcher. If you are a reader, I highly recommend buying the Witcher series. Fortunately, they've updated the covers of all the novels to implement the game design, so all of the video game versions of Geralt are on the covers of the Netflix versions, and then you can also buy the Netflix show versions of the books, which it doesn't change the story, it just changed the way that the book looks. That's it. I highly recommend buying them. They're a great set of books. Crazy, stupid good. I have not been disappointed. Bah! Got Riku in here. And then we'll hit him with another bop. Skibbity bop. Mug. We already mugged you. You've already been mugged. You silly mug. You big old mugger. You muggy guy. You mug. What? Oh, it's Mudblood, not Mugblood for the Harry Potter. For like the normal people that can't cast spells because they're lame in the wizarding world. Got him. Yeet. Trying to think of other good books. There's a book that I got the other, or actually quite a while ago. I'm currently reading stuff for. Oh man, it's one of my dice. No. A big metal one. Oh no, the book's all the way over there. I don't want to grab it. It's too far. I'm lazy. I have a book on my table. I'm reading the Dark Imperium trilogy for Warhammer 40k. I'm a huge Warhammer buff. Or at least like with the lore and the novels, not really the game. I don't have the money to. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I can't fund two different hobbies. Like I gotta pick one. So I picked D&D because I got dragons. So I'm good. But I also got The Fall of Numenor, which is gonna be really interesting to read. I'll actually go grab that book real fast. Is too lazy to grab a book on table, not lazy enough to grab books on shelf. I know. Yeah, this is the book I'm reading right now, Dark Imperium by Guy Haley. Yeah, I got J.R.R. Tolkien, The Fall of Numenor, and it is entirely what it expresses itself to be. It is the great insights into the Second Age to discuss the fall of the Numenor and the timeline through which Numenor is overthrown up until pretty much the end of the reign of Sauron. It's got a beautiful map in here as well of Middle Earth, which is just great. Really excited to read this book. And then I also have George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood. This is what the House of Dragons was based on. One of the fun things about the show as well is it does have pictures. Or about the books is it does have pictures. Trying to see if I can find a good picture that's not of. That one's probably going to be a little bit dicey. Probably can't show that one on Twitch. That one's probably a little bit intimate. It's Game of Thrones. I'm really losing here. Here, this is fine. See? It's got some images. It's got a king crowning his son. I think. No idea. Can't tell. Haven't read the book. I'm excited to read that because that's about the Targaryen civil war that led to the downfall of the dragons. Because they all are obviously dead before the Game of Thrones begins. All the dragons. Poop. Just protect Orin, why not? And boop. Get Riku in for a sick mug. We love mugging people. Boop. Ah, you're lame. Get walk in so we can throw balls at this dude, and boop. Get Kabarian. Boop. Bop.
So, how shall we do this?
Vairaga. Bop. Use guard. Let's get Tidus back in here. What are we looking at health-wise? 10,000? It's not bad. Oh, don't kill him. Oh, I killed him. That was a gamble. And I took it. I took the gamble.
Let's go.
No, we're leveling up, Orin. Figure it out. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I 100% understand if you skip this video and go on to whatever's going to be next week's episode, because next week's episode will actually continue the story. If you're watching it this far on YouTube, thank you. And God bless your heart and your patience, because we are, quite literally, I'm trying to have as much fun as humanly possible while grinding. Because grinding is an endless monotony of painstakingly slaughtering enemies until I'm satisfied with my results. I haven't reached that point yet, so I still have to painstakingly slaughter all the enemies until I'm satisfied with my results. It's just the way the world works. Pop. Boom. I want to fight maybe like some other guy. I'm tired of fighting these big defenders. Give me like some of these fights for a little bit to kind of break up the gosh darn monotony. I wonder. Okay, and trust contributes my overdrive. Sorry, my overdrive gauge. We'll take damage for an ally. We'll use guard, which does nothing. With you, we'll just, I don't know, we'll use reflex. I'm gonna use energy rain and see if I get overkills on these guys. I just want overkills, okay? Is it too much to ask for? Just to overkill some dudes? Is that too much? And yeet! Boom! Yeah, see? Wasn't too much. I was able to do it. It's no problem. Easy peasy. And I got 2 level ups, see? Okay, 1, 2, 3. He needs 3 levels before he can actually, like, be useful there. Alright, Orin is officially done. I don't have level 3 key spheres, so he can't do anything else. So, honestly, we should get rid of him for right now and probably put in Waka. Because Waka still does damage. He doesn't have the health to back it up, but, like, Tidus will kind of have to take that spot. But Orin's done. Until I get level 3 key spheres, so Orin is out. He's just, he'll get experience, but it's not going to do him any good. So, we're not going to stress about it. And we can level up Waka and get him some experience, get him caught up a little bit. You know, we're going to need Orin, because we're going to need to armor break this dude. That's a rip. And yeet! Let's get Riku in. Fast girl, let's go. And mug. Boop. Nice hit. Nice hit. Let's get Kamari in. As I'm like, yeah, we should use Waka, but I'm trying to wait till I can swap him out from Orin. I don't need Orin no more. We'll go ahead and get Waka right up in here. We're good. Boop. And yeet! lot of turns. We just skipped Kira on Tidus. Let's do this. I'm gonna summon an Aeon so that we can get the overkill. This is totally... I'm totally making this fight a lot longer than it reasonably needs to be. Just so that I can overkill this guy. And we're going to do it with the tried and true method of overkilling people. With good old Valfor. Good old Valfor. And what is Valfor going to do? You know it. He's going to Energy Blast. The tried and true method of killing people. Nice. So that's good experience across the board. Nice. Nice. Waka is far from where he could be. And we got Kiraga. The fact that Orin is the first to be done with his line indicates how much of a staple he has been amongst our party. That we haven't swapped him out nearly half as much as maybe anyone else. Let's just do this real quick. I'll run my way back. Okay, we were able to make it. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We're good. That's not an overkill? This is 7,000 points of damage. Not an overkill? My dude. What takes an overkill on these guys? Like, 10,000? I can't even feasibly hit that yet. Bob. That was the first time I've heard Waka's voice in-game. And you talked earlier when he's like, dang, it looks like the far plane, but... ain't a bad. I forgot he talked. Good old Waka. You Albed hating dude. Screw you, Penance, and your 12 million HP. Oh no. Oh no. Not the Penance. Not the Penance. If we don't get 3 overkills on this, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, it's all going to Tidus, but I'm gonna be pissed. I'm guessing we're gonna have to put Orin in. We still don't have Blitz Ace. I just want Blitz Ace. Is it that hard? Is it that much to ask for? I don't know why I'm so tired. That's what happens when you sleep in. Your body's like, you were supposed to be awake forever ago. What happened? You're like, oh, I don't know. My bad. Hit him. Boop. Know what we could do? We could try to shoot for another overkill with Valfor. I wonder if he can be hit. This is kind of a risk, to be honest. To be completely honest. Try to whittle him down a little. That was a risk. I did take that risk knowing it was a risk. So, that is on me. Well, I did take that risk knowing full well this was a risk. In fact, I said this was risk. This was risky. I did say that. And now we have to kill the guy. How does 8,000 points of damage, almost 9,000, not do the overkill? But the 9,999 points of damage does the overkill. I know the 9,999 points of damage does the overkill. I get that. But 8,000? We couldn't even, like, settle? Bruh. More MP. Yes, 40 points. How many friend... spheres do we have? We have 2. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Mr. B-Town. Mr. B-Town 300. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. Thanks so much for the bits. I appreciate it. Been playing this game for over 20 years now. Thank you for streaming it. Man, yeah, you're absolutely welcome. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for jumping in and for both the bits and the follow. That's wild. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this game is easily my favorite Final Fantasy game. I still have my disc copy when it was released on the PS2. Oh, you subscribe with your Prime subscription. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the emotes. Thank you a ton for the Prime subscription. That does mean truly a lot. I am very grateful for that. Yeah, I still have my physical copy. Back when Square Enix was Squaresoft, which is wild to think of that there was once a time where Square Enix was not Square Enix. And it still has, like, it's back in the day, because, remember, internet was, like, not a thing back in 2001 when this was released. Not, like, a big thing. And it wasn't, like, the thing now where we could look up all the things that we would want to know. So I had to do research on how to get, like, Yohimbo. This is my notes on how to get Yohimbo. My notes on how to get Anima with the coordinates on where to find the Bosch Temple. I had notes saying you need to make sure that Tidus, Riku, and Waka are really strong because you have to fight that one guy getting the Destruction Spheres. I wrote down how to get the Destruction Spheres, how to kill certain bosses that I struggled with back in the day, and then also all the coordinates. Like, that's what I still have in my physical copy. So this is easily my favorite game out of all the Final Fantasy games. This one is my top. I would say Final Fantasy-wise, following this would probably have to be Final Fantasy VII, personally, and then Final Fantasy 15. And that's just because I love the story of Final Fantasy 15. I'm a huge fan of how they went about really just writing that. You could have a 3-ring binder worth of notes for your himbo. Facts. That is literal facts. We were fortunate enough to get him the minute we were capable, so we do have him. It was funny because when we were getting ready to get Yohimbo, we actually were, like, right outside the cavern of the Stolen Faith, and I was like, how much money is it going to take for me to get Yohimbo? And because I couldn't remember, so I looked at my notes. I was like, okay, it's going to take at least this amount. So I look at my money and I go, I have that amount. I was like, we're getting Yohimbo. I don't know what to say. We're totally getting Yohimbo. Nice. Look at that crit. That is crazy. You know what? We could probably get a crit on this guy, or an overkill, by casting Kiraga, because he's zombied. We did. That's wild. Yuna got her first overkill. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Eventually, Yuna's going to be cracked, because her celestial weapon is a demon. With, what, the 1 MB cast? Stupid. She'll get to the point where, you know, we'll be throwing out holies, flares, and ultimas like it's nobody's business. GG, Yuna. Yeah, facts. Literally, just, that's it. I can die happy now. Yuna got an overkill. We're good. We're done. We can wrap it up, guys. We can wrap things up today, guys. Alright, stream's over. Yuna got an overkill. We're done. That's crazy. Yeah, she's not gonna do anything here. Just pray. I'm just trying to get her some levels, man. I just need her to exist. I definitely don't want you hitting anything. I need to overdrive here to get the overkills on both of these dudes. So you sit your butt right down, Waka. You sit your butt right down. Okay, we're gonna energy rain. I still want Blitz Ace. Give me the Blitz Ace. Oh, yeah, and if you can't tell that I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, I have a giant, obviously, wooden replica of Cloud Stripe's Buster Sword hanging behind my wall, which is a fun little guy that I picked up from the Renaissance Festival. Yes, we got Quick Hit. Good. Now, we're going to use Friend Sphere, and we're going to go to Auron. And this is how we keep leveling up Tidus. We're going to send him reverse through Auron's tree. Oh, I want Auron to have quick hit. Hold on. No, no, yes. I want you to have quick hit. That is factual. And then I want to save... I'm not worried. I don't know if I want to save my last Friend Sphere for Yuna or Lulu just yet, because I want one to go to the other. I don't know. But hey, now Tidus is going to get more health. He's going to very quickly overtake Auron at this rate. Here we go. I messed up. That was my fault. That was my bad. That's on me. I'll accept that. I deserve both of these fire shots. I have no defense. There's nothing I can say in defense of this. My fault. Oh, no. My book. Hit you. Kiraga? Yeah, buddy. Whoop, whoop. Got him. Nice. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, you don't have anything there. I don't even know why I'm bothering to get you a sphere you physically are incapable of grabbing. Speed sphere. Okay, let's, real quick, I just want to make sure I know what all these do. Black magic sphere. We could use those now, and then she can actually start doing some damage. I just don't think her magic is... Magic's at 56. Lulu's is going to be in, like, what? She's got higher magic than Lulu. Oh! I don't want to return to the main menu. No, we are going to use black magic spheres, and we are going to get the Agas. We're going to get her the Agas. And then we'll get her Flare when we get Flare. But we're getting her the Agas. At the very least, she's getting the Agas. Okay, Luck Sphere changes a node into a Luck node. Don't need that. Turn Sphere returns to any previously activated node. Don't worry about that. I think I would use that with Orin because I can send him in reverse through Wakas. Not that there's really like any reasonable thing to do so, but I believe... Let's heal real quick. I believe that Waka's starting point is right by Orin's. No, not in the slightest. It's nowhere close. His starting point is nowhere close to Orin's. His end point, though, is definitely by Orin's. So I would want to put him here. If I do a return sphere. Okay, so he wants to be by Armor Break if I send him through Waka's. I don't have any level 3 key spheres, so it's not really a viable option as of right now. Really isn't much I can do there. But we can keep trying to level up, because that's the goal of today. Is level the heck up. Overkill. Boop. Buddy! It was worth it! Worth it! Smack him. Smack him around. Kill him dead. That's good. They nerfed Quick Hit big time. Oh no! Not the nerf. Quick Hit was cracked on the PS2 version. Absolutely disgusting. Let's use Firaga. That's not bad. That is not bad, all things considering. Hit him. Yeet. Yeet. Haymaker. Boom. Good thing you're definitely dipping out in a moment. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's get Waka back in here. You need a hit. Okay, sit tight. Sit tight, pal. I'm trying to get everyone in.
What next?
Trying to get everyone in. Just use focus. Just get this out of the way. PS2 days. You could hate Stega and then quick hit to near infinity. Facts. Literally. Quite literally. Alright, we're going to try to go for the overkill. We definitely have the capacity to do so. We're going to do it with... Ifrit. We'll do it with Ifrit, because a lot of the robots, as of this late, have been weak to fire. So my reasoning is not because this guy's weak to fire, he's not weak to fire, but I'm keeping up with the pattern as if I was playing these characters. Like, if I was these characters, I'd be like, hey, the other guys are weak to fire, this guy's probably weak to fire. And then the DM tells me, hey, you realize that the damage is not dealing... The fire's not dealing that much damage as you thought it would, but it still dealt enough. So I say, oh, that sucks. Oh, well. Boop. Yes! Aeons for the win. We'll never say no to more health, Waka. Never. Oh, she's almost done too. It's crazy. We're getting close to really clearing out these guys. Oh, we can sit you. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting on a lot of free points, which is good. It's good for Orin, to be completely honest. He's gonna have a lot of free points to spend once we get some level 3 key spheres. Once we can start moving this dang dude, and he's gonna be soaring. But for right now, he's gonna sit the heck down. Let's get Orin in. Armor Rake. Yep. Armor break, good old armor break. You get out from a mug. No one tells you that. So listen. Listen, okay? Final Fantasy is my favorite franchise of all time. There is no game franchise on this earth that I love more than or equal to. Okay? Math. The maths. Okay? The mathematics add up. There is no franchise on this earth that I love more than or equal to Final Fantasy. At all. Doesn't exist. Even Dragon Quest, which is like cartoon Final Fantasy. No, I don't like anything more or equal to this franchise. That being said, this is the reality of Final Fantasy. This is the thing that no one tells you, is that you're going to spend so much time just endlessly killing things and figuring out the best way to do it so that you can either soar through dungeons or you can mob up experience because you're trying to farm and it's like, oh my god, I just want to be done with this. No one tells you that this is the reality. This is what really happens. And this... Hello? Who said that was okay? You just walk up and sucker punch Kamari dead. Jesus. Let's get Lulu in here. Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We're gonna use cheer. I'm trying to see if I get the overkill with this slice and dice. So yeah, no joke. It's just the way the game was spent. Weeks farming fortune spirit. Yeah, like no one tells you that. Oh, you want to kill penance, for example, because I know you're fighting penance now. It's like you want to fight penance. Yeah, welcome to several hours of Jesus, dude. Are we kidding me? I mean, I'd take several hours of Jesus, but several hours of farming if it wasn't for this dude haymakering my teammates to oblivion. Please don't crit. Thank God. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. Oh, this will work. Yeah, we're getting the overkill. We're getting it. We're getting it. Come on. There we go. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There we go. That deserves a fanfare. That's what that deserves. Does this game hate me? Is that what this is? I get the overkill. And then I get no... It's just the... Who developed this game? Who was it? Not Square Enix. Who's the guy? Who do I gotta talk to? Who did it? Who was it? Ah! Alright, developer, publisher, director, Yoshinori. I'm gonna slaughter this name, and I do this with full respect because this game is amazing. Director Yoshinori Kitase. I'm gonna say Kitase, knowing my extensive, insufficient knowledge of how words are pronounced appropriately. Why don't I get a point? That's all I wanted to say. Your game's amazing. Thank you for making this game. But really? No points? Tisk, tisk. It's like looking up at people and saying, you know, with all due respect, zombie. Gonna zom die. Pop. All that means is time to move on to the next area. Yeah, that is what it does mean. It does mean that we have officially kind of started to hit the EXP cap, which kind of sucks, but I get it. Nice! No. You. I know what gets overkills in this game. I know what gets overkills. It's Tidus. Tidus gets overkills. Yeah, see? I get 2 points there. Yuna is not close. Yuna's the furthest, I think, out of all of them. I mean, and Kamari, because Kamari doesn't have a sphere grid. Kamari just exists. So, there's that. Dang, Lulu's the only person that doesn't have 3,000 health. Lulu, what's going on here, my man? Oh, you wouldn't get up to 3,000 even by the time we're done. It's because you're our black mage. That's why. Oh, and Yuna. Yuna also is at 25, but she's also got a long way to go. Waka's almost at 4,000, which is good. We're going to have a group of people that are around that specific segment. Let's see. Because doing basically everything that we have up next, it really is just like that's a one-day trek through. So I think we're just gonna keep leveling up and then go for just a little bit longer. Xanarkand Dome map. Get a map of the dome. No, I don't want to get a map of the Cloister Trials. It's not what I typed in Google. I said a map of the dome. Yo, someone made the Xanarkand Dome in Minecraft. Huh. Wow. That's really well done. That's not what I looked up on Google, though. Google, I want a map of where I'm in right now. That's what I want. You have 1,000 maps of everywhere else. You're telling me no one mapped this specific area? Come on. Come on, people. Who do I kill? Smack him. Nice. Nice. We want the overkill. We want the overkill. Boop. Run up. He's guarded, so that should... Guarding still counts as moving, right? Like, you have to take a turn before you get the... Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. That's been settled. I've seen someone recreated Balaam... But is it Balaam or Balaam? I think it's Balaam, right? Yeah, they, I think it's Balaam. That would be dope, though. In Minecraft. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's... Because, like... With the two A's, pronunciation-wise, I just don't reasonably see Balaam. Because I don't know if there's any word where two A's equal like the sound, which is a weird way of trying to do the pronunciation. Listen, man, when I do pronunciations, I focus on precedence. I don't even know if I spelled it right. Your guess is as good as mine. Kiraga. Let's do that guy. So he dies. That's what we want. Oh, look at that. He's dead. Oh, no. Hit him. Man, come on. At least we'll walk good work. Walk good work. Woo. Riku's gonna mug. Mugger's gonna mug. Hater's gonna... Oh, nice crit. Nice. 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 Well, we're not running low on sphere grids, that's for damn sure. Okay, let's do this. I don't want to be streaming for too much longer because we're getting close to pushing time, and there's really not much else to reasonably do before we get started on Unalesca. Next time we play this, let's see. Okay, we'll at least get Una regen. Anything else major that I can get reasonably quickly? No. So we'll fiddle around for a few more minutes and get, regen. It'd probably be good to maybe stack up on my overdrives, my Aeon overdrives. That would probably be decent. So we'll get her regen, and then we'll stack up on the overdrives. That'll hopefully fill in a good grip of time. Because very next thing we're doing is the Cloister Trials, and then we have like 3-4 back-to-back boss fights, because Lady Unaleska is like a multi-part boss. So there's that. Come on, Riku. Might as well mug this dude while you still have the chance. Bah. Oh, that brings up a good point. That brings up a really good point. Oh, we got read boss before. Yeah, because there's the I don't remember his name, but he's the weird scythy dude that's in the Cloister Trials. Yeah, he's not difficult at all. We'll clap him really easily. Aeons. Let's do abilities. And I got a lot of lunar curtains. What do those get used for? Anything here? They do. We can use them to give these guys shell. Might as well start using them for something. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's getting shell. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Hey, but hear me out. Shell. Nice. Yeah, my man. Hear me out. Ixion, let's get you shell. Yeah, Shiva, gotta put these lunar curtains to work, buddy. I have no idea what they're used for. And if I needed them, I know where to farm them, because I've been getting quite a lot. Big old defender dudes. Yohimbo can't use magic because Yohimbo is dope but lame at the same time. He can also instantly kill enemies, so that's where he's dope. But he can't use magic. That's where he's lame. It's all about balance. He is the ultimate version of the yin and the yang. Changed my mind. Oh look, talk about getting some lunar curtains.
As you wish.
You know what we can do with Kamari? We can preemptively use cheers. We can get this overkill. Yeah, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Punch. One more time. Okay. Now by the time we need to get the overkill, we can easily secure that overkill. Ain't no problem there. Kamari, swap out for Lulu.
Let's end this.
No, you end it. That's your job. And we just gotta get unit in here, and we are... Bah! Good. Oh! Gross. Oh! Oh! The crit! Oh my god. Oh. Easy. Slice and dice, baby! Alright, there's that overkill. Yeet. Nice! There we go. The game made up for itself. Oh, strength? You get 3 points of strength? Like you're gonna need it. Okay. I think... Actually, I don't know if I want to do the Aeons today. We can always do that later. So I think, honestly, we'll just save it here because we did a lot of leveling up. We got a quick hit. We cleared out Orin's entire sphere grid as of yet. We got Kiraga. We got Reged. We got all the August spells for Yuna, so that'll help, so that we can keep her in a little bit more often. She doesn't have the MP to back up being a full damage caster. She's got half the amount that Lulu has. So she'll have to go to Lulu's route to get more MP. That's not optional like that. That'll have to happen. But we're in a good spot. So obviously we'll pick up more of this on Saturday because this is part of our Square Enix Saturdays. So that'll be exciting. In a week we'll be able to kill Lady Unalesca. Only other announcements I have, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my D&D stream. Because we have that on Monday. Just in time for me to tell you I just beat Penance with non-HP Broke Party. Nice! Here, this is for you. This is for you. And we're going to do it again because it deserves it. Nice work. Congratulations. That's a great achievement. Phenomenal job. Dungeons & Dragons stream. You can go check us out. I shouted us out. Should be in chat. Couch Go at 5e. We are playing through our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons second campaign, full-length campaign, on our stream, which is the Storm King's Thunder. Highly recommend to go check it out. We just started our first episode last week, so Monday is our second episode for this campaign. Second session of the second campaign. Kaboom. It's a good time. People stop on by. Yeah, it is. It's fun. If you want to laugh, I just gotta say, this campaign is gonna be making me laugh a lot, I imagine, because holy boy, man, it was rough. It was rough last session to like maintain a straight face. So that's always good. Tuesday we got Divinity Original Sin, which in that game we are doing, I think, Hyberheim. I think we're gonna go through Hyberheim. I'm not certain. We have obviously more Elden Ring on Thursday, where we're at right now. I think we're gonna hit the Altus Plateau. We're all over the place in Elden Ring. I really have no idea what we're gonna do next there. Friday's more Hogwarts Legacy. We're just chugging through the main story, which we are barely in because open world RPGs take a while. Okay, they just too much distractions. And then we'll be back on Saturday with more Final Fantasy X. So we got a full week's worth of games next week. I don't have, as far as I'm aware, nothing that would put me at like a postponement, any cancellation. So in the event that anything suddenly spawns upon us, you can go ahead and go to my Discord. I have a Discord server. I just put the Discord server. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you so wish. I don't say that you have to follow me on Twitter or on Instagram. Honestly, those are just extra areas for me to engage and to get, new viewers and build the community. So that's not even like a consistent source of engagement. They're just for new engagement. Discord, though, I would love to keep building my Discord server. So Paladin's Keep, you can join, become one of the Crusaders, all the fun stuff. But with that being said, I don't have anything else for today. So stay safe, have fun, hug loved ones, tell them you love them, slay dragons, and pet a cat when you see a cat on the street. I don't know. There you go. There's your wisdom for the day. Yeah, we'll be back next week. I know it's been super stressful music the entire session because it's the super serious one. So hopefully we'll be able to get that to cut out, but we'll be pretty solid. So I'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Quick thank yous. First, we'll start with Nobody Knows. Thank you so much for the stoic meditation, for the hydration. We love the redemptions here on the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much as well for the clips, because I know you clip everything, all the redemptions that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. B-Town 300, thank you so much for jumping in for the first time in chat and sending a cheer with some bits. I appreciate that. And then following up that bit with those bits with a follow and with a Prime subscription. That is wild. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Astronaut, thank you so much for always being here. You are so appreciated. I never want you to forget that. I say that every time. I never want you to forget. I appreciate you a ton. You have a good weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Congrats on defeating Penance. I don't know what you'll do with the rest of your day since you've defeated him, but enjoy whatever you plan on doing. And I'll see you guys next week.